Imagine standing outside the Spotify Camp Nou on a warm Barcelona night. The sky is dark above the city. And then the stadium lights up. Not just the floodlights inside, the entire exterior. The decorative slats wrapping around the outside of the greatest stadium ever built, glowing and shimmering in the night air, painting the skyline of Barcelona in the colors of Catalonia. That moment is coming, coolers. And today, for the very first time, we have direct evidence from the construction site that it is closer than any of us dared to imagine. That is just one of the jaw-dropping updates we have for you today. So, steady yourselves, because today's video is loaded from beginning to end, with progress that is going to send a shiver down your spine. Let us dive in. Ascending to the third tier to open today's update, where the roof ring box installation continues to be one of the most admirably consistent and most structurally consequential ongoing operations at the entire construction site. And the latest development from up there today is one that underlines just how methodically and how purposefully the teams managing the ring installation are approaching every single phase of this complex and historically significant process. The workers are currently installing extra new formworks, specifically designed to support the new ring boxes that are about to be placed. Now, as regular followers of these updates will know, the formwork cycle is a fundamental and recurring rhythm of the ring installation process. Formworks go up to support new ring boxes during their installation. And once those ring boxes are fully secured and structurally self-sufficient, the formworks come down to be redeployed in support of the next batch. And today we are witnessing the upward phase of that cycle, the installation of fresh formworks that are actively preparing the top tier to receive the next set of ring boxes. The fact that extra new formworks are being installed right now tells you something really specific and really exciting about the pace of the ring box installation. It tells you that new ring boxes are genuinely imminent. You do not go to the effort of installing the support formworks unless the ring boxes they are going to support are on their way and arriving soon. So the formwork installation happening today at the top tier is essentially a preview announcement. The next ring boxes are coming. The structure is being prepared to receive them. Now, and I need you to pay very close and very careful attention to this particular update, because something has been spotted at the construction site that changes the way every single one of us is going to think about the finished Camp Nou exterior from this point forward. The workers have been seen connecting wires across the entire decorative slats around the stadium, electrical wires. Cabling that is being threaded through and connected to the decorative slat structures that wrap around the exterior of the new Camp Nou. And the implication of that wiring is one that should make every single cooler watching this feel a genuine rush of pure electric excitement. Because when you connect wires to decorative architectural elements on the exterior of a stadium, there is really only one thing those wires are ultimately going to do. They are going to make those elements light up. The slats of the new Camp Nou are going to illuminate at night. Let that settle for just a moment, because the full beauty and the full magnitude of what that means deserves to be properly absorbed. We have been following the slat installation for months now. We have watched the yellow and red pattern emerge. We have marveled at the way those slats are beginning to wrap the stadium in the colors of Catalonia. We have imagined what the finished exterior is going to look like in the daylight, glowing with the richness of those colors under the Barcelona sun. But now we know that the slats are also going to glow at night. That the new Camp Nou is going to be a beacon, a luminous, radiant, breathtaking beacon that lights up the night sky above Les Corts in a way that the city of Barcelona has never seen before. Moving along now to the overhang levels. The crews have been seen polishing the pillars of the overhang levels, and the intensity of that polishing activity is immediately and unmistakably evident from the sheer volume of dust that is being generated in that area. Anyone who has ever been present during serious structural polishing work will know that the dust it creates is a vivid testament to the vigor and the thoroughness being applied to the process. And the clouds of dust visible around the overhang level pillars right now are telling you clearly that this is not a superficial or half-hearted operation. These are skilled workers, applying real effort and real energy to preparing those pillars to the standard that the next phase of works in that area is going to require. Pillar polishing at the overhang level is a preparatory finishing activity. Looking at the outside of that section of the stadium, the shape of the first overhang level is beginning to emerge in a way that is genuinely striking and genuinely beautiful. The walls of the first overhang level are taking shape. The doors are becoming visible and defined. The overall form and the overall character of that exterior overhang is coming together in a way that is giving the stadium a much more complete and much more architecturally defined silhouette than it had even a short time ago. The first overhang level is beginning to look like part of a finished stadium rather than part of a construction site. And that transition from construction to completion is one of the most deeply satisfying things to witness in the entire renovation journey. Stepping inside the structure now and heading to the VIP area corridors, where the works currently underway are quietly, but very meaningfully advancing the interior of those premium spaces towards a state of completion that is going to impress everyone who eventually walks through them. The corridors of the interior zones of the VIP area are being concreted thoroughly and consistently, and the progress of that concreting is really encouraging. Corridor concreting is a foundational finishing activity. It creates the durable, level, and properly structured floor surfaces that everything else in those corridors, the flooring finishes, the fixtures, the operational elements is going to be built on top of and anchored into. Getting the corridor concreting right at this stage is essential for the quality and the longevity of every subsequent finish that goes in on top of it. And the thoroughness being applied to that concreting right now reflects exactly the level of care and quality consciousness that the VIP zones demand. And alongside the concreting, the enclosures and interior glass installation in the VIP corridors are also advancing in a way that is beginning to make those spaces look genuinely impressive. The combination of freshly concreted floors below and elegantly installed glass elements at the enclosures is creating a VIP corridor environment that is already beginning to carry the premium, sophisticated, and deeply attractive character that these spaces are going to possess in their finished form. The interior of the VIP area is shaping up beautifully, and the combined effect of the concreting and the glass installation is pushing those corridors closer to their finished glory with every single passing day. And finally, let us close today's update with a look at the Grandstand area. The crews have been working on the ventilation tubes around the Grandstand area, continuing the careful and systematic expansion of the ventilation system that we have been tracking across recent updates. The Grandstand ventilation works have been gaining real momentum lately, and seeing those tubes being installed and extended through the Grandstand zone is a really important indicator of how the operational infrastructure of that section is being built out to match the physical and aesthetic advances happening elsewhere around the ground. Simultaneously, the Grandstand sandwich panel installation is also gradually but very visibly changing the look of the Grandstand exterior. Panel by panel, section by section, the Grandstand is being clothed in its finished exterior covering. And the cumulative visual effect of that growing panel coverage is really striking when you compare the current state of the Grandstand to what it looked like just a few weeks ago. The transformation is tangible, it is undeniable, and it is getting more impressive with every new panel that goes up. And then there are the Grandstand exterior enclosures, also advancing really well. The enclosure works at the Grandstand are contributing another layer of finished definition to the exterior of that section. And when you look at the Grandstand as a whole right now and see the ventilation tubes progressing, the sandwich panels advancing, and the exterior enclosures also moving forward simultaneously, the sheer breadth of the concurrent progress happening in that one section is deeply impressive. Coolers, today we learned something profound about the stadium that is rising in our name. We learned that its roof ring is advancing with formidable consistency. We learned that its slats are going to blaze with light against the Barcelona night sky in a spectacle that is going to leave the entire world breathless. We learned that its overhang is taking shape in a way that is redefining the stadium's silhouette against the city skyline. We learned that its VIP corridors are being concreted and glazed into something luxurious and magnificent. And we learned that its Grandstand, reliable, productive, ever-advancing, is being transformed simultaneously on three fronts at once. This is not just a stadium being built. This is a landmark being forged, a cultural monument being assembled, a future being constructed, one ring box, one wire, one polished pillar, one glass pane, one sandwich panel at a time. And coolers, the night this stadium lights up for the first time, we are all going to remember exactly where we were when we heard it was coming. Visca el Barça. Visca Catalunya. See you in the next one.